Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
An elderly pastor has described how he wrestled a gun away from his grandson after he allegedly gunned down his wife and 4 young children. Brandon Allen Kendrick, 32. Faces 5 counts of capital murder after the mass shooting with a 9mm pistol at his grandfather's property in rural Alabama. His wife Kels Kendrick, 24, was found dead alongside their son Caleb, 6, and Kinley, 2, and their cousins Colton, 8, and Haley Daniels, 6, last Thursday night. Kendrick allegedly gunned down his family at the garage apartment they lived in on Allen Kendrick's property in West Blockton, about 40 miles south of Birmingham. The 71-year-old recounted the episode at the end of a lengthy sermon at Oasis of Praise Church in nearby Bessemer, where he is senior pastor, on Sunday. Allen also revealed to his congregation that Kendrick was physically, sexually, and mentally abused until his grandparents got custody when he was 12. Kendrick suffered from schizophrenia, and family explained to DailyMail.com how his mental state worsened in the weeks before the massacre. Kels and her children have been victims of domestic violence for years, one family member said, claiming he had a history of not taking his medication. Kendrick pleaded not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect in Bibb County Courthouse on Monday. He will face court again on September 26. Allen told his followers he was watching TV in the main house with his wife Gay Kendrick when they heard what sounded like a gunshot. "I didn't have my shoes on, so I'm putting my shoes on, and he, Kendrick, walked in our bedroom with a gun in his hand," he said. Gay was closest to him and she grabbed the gun. "It went off. I don't know how it kept from hitting her." Allen then theatrically corrected himself to say that he did know how the bullet missed them. God intervened. He revealed he was so concerned about Kendrick that he spoke to members of his congregation hours before the massacre. "Our prayer team that night, about an hour before this incident, stood right here and joined hands and prayed for mine and Gay's safety," he said. "Anyway, I was able to subdue him, and once that happened he didn't know where he was at. He started asking me and Gay, 'Where am I? Where's Kels? Poppy, why are you angry? What did I do wrong?'" Allen did not appear to have shared his concerns with authorities, and did not prevent Kels and the 4 children from being around him that night. The pastor explained his grandson's actions came out of nowhere, as minutes earlier he appeared happy and no threat to anyone. "10 minutes before I heard a gunshot, my grandson was sitting in his bedroom with me and Gay, laughing, talking, and having a pretty good time," he told the congregation. "We were talking about the J. Alexander dinner we took him to, and a few others things, just laughing, talking. His wife had gotten home, she came in, laughed with us a little while, and left. He got up, and 10 minutes later, pow." Allen detailed Kendrick's history of abuse and mental illness, and how he had never even been to a restaurant before they took him to one for his 13th birthday. All he'd ever known for 12 years was abuse, physical, sexual, mental, drugs. "When I got him at 12 years old he weighed 58 pounds, and he was on 9 different psychotic medicines," he said. "At 18, the system failed him, took him off of disability, took him off medication because we couldn't afford to buy it, because they canceled his Medicaid. Gay and I watched him all these years. We tried so hard, talked to every agency, talked to everybody, we tried everything, had him institutionalized in hospitals, only to be discharged with no medication, no follow-up, no doctor, nothing." Allen claimed his grandson considered his mental state to be such an emergency that hours before he shot his family, he called 911. 1 o'clock on Thursday morning, he's calling 911 asking for help, only to be turned down, he said. Allen told Kels's grandfather Bill Morrow how he stumbled upon the crime and confronted his grandson, according to a conversation recounted to DailyMail.com by Kels's uncle Eli Morrow. "Brandon came at him with the gun, and he fought it away from him. Then he walked over to the house and found out what happened. So they were as surprised as everyone else. They didn't expect it," Eli said. Brandon said, "YD.